What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Value TV show. It's the show where we give you tools to build and have healthy relationships, especially in the entertainment industry. I'm Jamel Jackson, your host, philanthropist, community activist, music artist, plethora of other things, but it's not about me today. We're going to talk about this ego stuff. There's a silent force running through the entertainment world. It builds legends and it destroys them. It fuels creativity and burns bridges. It gives you confidence on stage and chaos behind the scenes. In this industry, ego is the invisible co-star in every relationship, personal, professional, romantic, creative. It shows up when the spotlight hits, but it also shows up when the lights go off. Today, we are going to talk about it. Not the Instagram version, not the I'm good, I'm blessed version, the real version. And I brought someone who doesn't just study ego, he understands the human spirit behind it. Dr. Terrence Brown. His background and his philosophy in holistic coaching gives him a unique lens on why ego shows up, how it shapes our relationships, and what it takes to break free from it. If you ever felt like your ego cost you a relationship, a partnership, a moment, or a blessing, this conversation is for you. Now, I could go through his background, but I'm going to let this gentleman introduce himself. I did briefly. You don't want to say anything else? It was enough?
You've done a wonderful job, Jamel.
Okay.
Yeah, you've done it. Everything else, I'm going to let you all do your research. If you really want to know, you'll find out.
All right. So we're going to go to the questions here.
All right. Yeah. How are you doing, Jamel?
I'm doing good. I'm actually.
We should start with that.
Let's start with that. Actually,
yeah, I mean, I know it's the first show back, and
yeah,
first interview. Let's.
I'm doing good, man. You know what? I had to take a pause.
Yeah,
because not too many people were aware that I did music.
That's right.
A few people were aware, but not too many people. So I took a pause. I completed a music project by the name of the Force Majeure. You see, I'm wearing a Force Majeure T-shirt.
I need to get some T-shirts.
When we do Sand Time, you may be able to get a shirt.
No, I meant my own T-shirts.
Okay.
I need one of yours too. I still wear the valuable people, attract people to value shirts all the time. People always want to know where I got them, and I'm like, well, you should have been around.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm very grateful. The space that we're in right now, the space that I'm in, is humbling. This is not something that I'm starting to do, because I know that's the whole fad in the streets now. Get a podcast, get a podcast, which I think is a valuable thing to do, to have your voice heard and document things. But I didn't just start doing this yesterday. For people that may be watching or listening right now,
this is maybe the third time that I've been. This might be the fourth time that I've been interviewed by Jamel.
Yeah.
So if it just turns into a conversation, forgive us in advance. That's why he has notes.
Yeah, because I want to be precise with this. So I'm gonna go right in.
All right.
And what was one moment in your life where your ego almost cost you something important, and what did you learn from it?
Oh man, there's so many of them. Because I know, but there's so many. It's like, what's the best one? Because my ego is a problem. My ego gets me in trouble all the time. Even to this day, even with a certain, there are levels to enlightenment. Even after a certain level of enlightenment, I still find myself like, wow, you are an arrogant SOB. Like, why would you have said that?
Yeah.
I have been in situations where I've had jobs with companies. Like I do the work, do the job, top of my team. And most recently, the most recent job I had, I reached number one in the company in sales production. Mm-hmm. And that's the day I resigned.
Was your ego attached to that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going out on top.
Oh, so you thought you was the man?
Now you can't. What? There's nothing left to do. I've mastered this. So I was like, I'm out.
But did you really master it?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I mean, according to their metrics, I had enough consecutive weeks where it was like the president of the company was sending out that email and my name was in the top 5, top 3.
Yeah.
When it got to number 1, I was like, well, and it was number 1 by a lot. So my ego was like, oh, this is the part where we get to shine.
And here's the thing, you know how our flow is that even while you're talking, this is what I'm hearing, that it sounds like with you and like many of us is we master the task, or we master the skill set, or we master the thing that was in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
But there's something inside of us that the master's trying to master.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so therefore, since we've mastered the external thing, we're like, you know what? Pride seeps in and we're like, you know what? I got this. There's nothing else for you to show me, teach me, or for me to learn. So therefore, I'm out of here. I'm on to the next. And the thing inside that was supposed to be mastered isn't mastered.
It's not
still
mastered
undeveloped
at all.
And I move on like,
at all.
I got it. And then we like, oh, I don't got it.
I did not have it. In fact, I would say that it was my ego that drove me to get to number one. Like, I'm looking at all the competition. I'm like, oh, they not him. Mm-hmm. Like, they not him. Well, let me introduce you to him because y'all aren't him. And it had me get out. And I was doing something that I had no desire to ever do. I was a territory manager for a coffee company. Mm-hmm. I'm driving a truck. I got DOT certification. I'm riding around carrying people caffeinating people every morning. And I was like, if I can't be better than them at this when I've done far more complicated things, there's something wrong. So my ego was getting me out of bed at 4:00 in the morning to go caffeinate people. And it got to the point where they were like, you need to slow down, bro. You're making us look bad. No, you need to speed up. You're making yourself look bad. The ego was out of control.
That leads me to this question. And like I said, everything we're saying, whether you're watching or listening, this can be applied because my target is the entertainment industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
No matter where you fit into that industry, and it can be applied in your own personal world. So what part of your ego still tries to show up today, even with all your training and awareness?
Well, see, today, it's funny that that's the transition. Today, my ego has an outlet. Mm-hmm. Today, my outlet is the music that I write. So it's like, oh, I can say all of the craziest things in a safe place. And then I don't have to say them in front of people that actually may impact me negatively. Yeah, I mean, I can write songs. Like I wrote a song called Coach of the Year. I popped all of my proverbial ish. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't necessarily pop it like that to a prospective client. It depends on the environment, right? So it was the time for me to say, oh, you're looking for the best.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
And then I could sit back and then I can live. Once I get it out creatively, then I can be humble about things and be like, okay, I said, it was on my mind. I said it. Now I don't have to say it anymore. You can just put it on replay.
Sounds like a balance is being developed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Necessary.
All right. So this may be a little touchy, but I'm gonna ask the question anyway.
Ask it.
And the people that somebody out there watching or listening, ask this question to yourself too and be honest. All of the questions, but specifically this one. Absolutely. When was the last time you realized you were the problem and not the situation?
Oh, almost every day. Every day. They say you're either a part of the problem or a part of the solution. And when I have no solutions, I'm clearly part of the problem. Like, it's like, I don't have an answer for this. Maybe it's me.
So from your background, though, how do you tackle that personally? Because, people would sometimes look on the outside, oh, you got a PhD, he's mastered this and certified that.
All of that just feeds into the ego. It's fuel for arrogance. Like anything we master or perfect in the human physical realm tends to overshadow what we know and what we learn in the spiritual realm because we can actually see it and touch it and feel it and it's tangible. Whereas nobody's ever physically seen God. They may have, but did they know that that's what they were looking at? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so they say ego is an acronym for edging God out.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Well, what happens when we when we achieve things that pump us up in the physical realm is it just gives us more of that ego and less of the realization that we're a speck. Mm-hmm. We're minuscule. So you end up edging that God energy out because it's like, oh, look what I did.
And there's this thing that I do, and I believe you can apply this as well as an artist, and then even also in my personal world, but called hide and seek, show and tell. And hide and seek is where I go and I seek the master's face.
Okay.
I seek God's face.
Absolutely.
Matter, bringing all my struggles, my successes, my trials, my triumph. And then the show and tell is where when I come out of that space, whether it's a day, whether it's a week, whether it's a month, whether it's a year, however long that time is, when I come to present or perform or put on the showcase, now I'm showing and telling.
Yes.
So it's the hide and seek, show and tell.
Yes.
It keeps the ego in control.
It does.
And it keeps God in the space where he needs to be. Because now what happens is many of us and many people in the entertainment industry, we get caught up in the show and tell. So it's hide and seek, show and tell.
And
hide and seek,
always becomes show. But what happens is it's always show and tell, show and tell, show and tell.
Accolades and the applause and the pats on the back and the things that you're winning, the awards, and then whether it's financially, whatever it is, it begins to, now that ego is rising and it's now I don't have to do the hide and seek no more because like you said in the beginning, I've mastered them.
Oh, but see, that's when your ego starts saying, what you hiding for? Look what you did. What you hide? All the showing and telling, all the accolades. What you hiding for now? What you looking for? It's all right there.
Yeah.
What you hiding for? So now it's less hide and seek because it's like, well, wait, what you a king? What you on your knees for?
What you going on that retreat for? What you going on a men's retreat for? Develop what?
Man, you get paid from running your mouth. Why are you sitting in silence? You don't like money no more? You don't got nothing to say? What you on that retreat? What you hiding again? Get out that closet, boy. I mean, I'm just,
wow.
I mean, that's the ego. That's why it's edging God out, because that hidden time is the time where you master your relationship with the creator, right? So if you are so focused on now, I can just be out here. I can have my jersey is, I don't care if it's a stain on it. You know, I earned that stain. My jersey is pristine. They about to put it in the rafters.
Yeah.
You think you that good?
What came to my mind just now is there's a song on the music project we completed, and you guys will be able to download that when I place the QR code on the screen. It's called Just a Servant. And that song came from a hiding moment when I was meditating.
Yep.
And the question that was posed to me in my spirit was, out of all the music you created, out of all the things you've done, specifically music, what if I only wanted to use one verse, one line, one sentence out of all the music you've done?
Wow.
To impact someone somewhere on this earth? Would you be okay with it? If it was only about that one line or that chorus impacting someone somewhere on the earth, would you be okay with it? And I remember in the hiding place at that time was my living room. I'm just sitting there because there's nobody in the house. It's quiet. It's early in the morning. And I was like, yes. And the moment I said yes, the melody came to my head.
Okay.
And the song goes like this. The lyrics are, what if I'm never called a star? What if my name isn't written in lights? What if I'm just someone he chose to be a servant? What if my voice only reaches one? Then maybe that one is just the one to reach a dying world that doesn't know its purpose. You know what I'm saying? So when I said that was like, it was definitely I want to use the word dismantling of my ego.
Okay.
And what happened in that moment, I got that chorus in that song. And it relates to me even to this day, because it's like, out of all the things we do, especially in the entertainment industry, but out of all the things we do, what if it was only used to impact someone? Maybe you're walking out of Walmart and you're sitting in the car and you have your song on, or you have your painting being displayed, and they saw it and said, oh my God, that just touched me. It made me think about my grandfather. And that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that would only be it.
Right.
But would you be okay with it?
Yeah.
And I think when we accept that and say yes, things shift in our lives.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. So what do you feel about the idea that your ego can be used to affect positive change in others?
What do I feel about that?
Like if you redirect that energy, and it's not so much, I mean, sure, it's still about you, but what if your self-confidence or bordering on arrogance positively impacts someone else's self-esteem? How do you get to that point?
I'm not being interviewed. This interview is for you.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a conversation.
No, I understand. I understand. Well, the way I would answer that is that I believe that, and I only can tie this into it because I believe that God can utilize anything. In that moment of someone being arrogant, that can be utilized because the recipient may receive it different than another person. There may be a room full of 10 recipients and 9 people would say, that guy is so freaking arrogant. And that one person may say, he just blessed me. I know what I'm going to do now. I may not say I'm going to be like him, but he shifted something in me to say, you know what? I was thinking about this and I didn't know, but now I know. Now, I'm not saying the person continues to be that way, but anything can be used. The
anything
good, the
can
bad,
be used.
and the ugly.
So what I'll say is this. I've made it a point to, I look at my father, I look at his brothers, I look at all of the men on that side of the family. I find it interesting that I have attempted, and it's really the reason why I got into coaching, but I've attempted to take this long lineage of arrogance and trash talking and all of the things, positively use it to impact others. Mm-hmm. Part of, like I said, the ego is driven by success. But if I use that success and the desire to put it on display to attract a client that maybe needs help in that area, then it's not as detrimental, because ultimately my heart is to help other people. When it was all about just me, like that, leaving that job like that was about me. Mm-hmm. It was people that I was seeing every day on that job that were being helped by my presence. And I was like, yeah, I don't got nothing else for you. I gotta go. But the reality is, looking back in hindsight, I'm like, wait a minute. What about the young kid who was like, man, dang, Unc, you really out here killing it. Yeah. I like the way you got your stuff organized. I'm looking at your processes and stuff. Like, nobody taught us to do that. Yeah, and even though it came across arrogantly, it was like, yeah, get like me. He's like, yeah, I want to. Show me. So then I don't gatekeep. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, this is what I did. Now the problem is, everybody can't do. It's like having a playbook with all your plays and saying, here you go. Mm. So you didn't teach me what none of this meant. No, I just said, here you go. Mm. So the coaching part for me is, I may have a playbook in a certain area and say, well, you know what? Let me show you how to use this.
You're the doctor.
Ego's just not all bad.
With the holistic teaching. So should we have, because it's part of our makeup, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it crosses the border when it becomes egotistical.
Yeah.
Because we all have an ego.
I mean, it's all kind of egotistical, though. Like all of it. Like,
I just answered my own question. It goes back to the submission portion of it.
Yeah.
You have to submit that thing to God as a greater master of you.
Yeah.
Because now you try to be the master of yourself. And that's what we're in, that type of world right now, and especially in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. This is the way I'm writing it. This is the way I'm saying it. This wasn't part of it. I wasn't going to bring this up.
It's your show, man.
I'm a sidebar.
Do whatever you want to do.
Matter of fact, I'm not going to bring it up.
You bring it up. It's your show.
I'm not going to bring it up. I don't want to bring it up.
I think you should bring it up. It was placed on your spirit to bring it up.
It's entertainment news. Have you seen the Cardi B thing? Or heard about it?
Which Cardi B?
Just recently with State Farm. How she flipped out on the people because they were being disrespectful, and so she was like, listen, if y'all don't get this in order, and I'm paraphrasing, you know what I mean, then I'm going to delay my show. I'm not going up there. Me personally, they were just talking about it on the radio.
Okay.
How should it have been handled and all of these things? Everybody had their input, and I usually don't commentate, but it fits our discussion because I really believe in that attribute, or in that aspect, I'm sorry. This is where the spiritual advising and the coaching comes into play, because there was a level of ego that rose up so high.
Absolutely.
That now I'm disregarding my fans to address this issue.
Yes, I am Cardi B.
And I didn't master my emotions. Mm-mm. And we all have flaws there, but in this specific scenario, it's like, yo, why am I sitting here arguing and putting it on blast and looking crazy, and my fans are waiting for me to perform a job and a task.
They spend a lot of money too. I saw the ticket prices.
And I brought that up because that's how far ego can go.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Your ego should have a handler in that case. You should have people to do that for you. Your mind should be focused on the show you're about to give
But your ego rises up. Listen, you could have the people, but then no, I'm handling this. That's the ego.
Right. But
I'm going to handle this.
You're right. But the thing about it is that could have been redirected, and your ego still could have been at work, because don't I pay you to do this? Like, why am I about to come out of character, or maybe show my true colors? I don't know. I don't know you, Cardi. But Why am I about to come out of character so that I can go do a job that I'm certain that I've paid somebody else to do? Like, I'm out here about to go be the center of attraction. I am the main event. I know I paid somebody else to deal with the administrative stuff.
Yeah.
So that I can focus on this, the thing that y'all actually came to see. So yes, even being distracted, she's being about her business. I get it. But she's at a point where, at a place in her career where she's supposed to have people that are in place to deal with those things so that she can focus on the thing that actually makes the whole show, the whole boat float. What are you doing?
So this is a good segue to this question. And I'll tell you something after this. You're going to laugh at me when I tell you this, after we were finished recording.
Okay.
When success comes fast,
yeah,
ego can outrun emotional maturity.
Yeah.
How does a person recognize their ego is growing faster than their character?
They have to be grounded from the beginning, or have mentors in their life that can grab them by the shirt collar and be like, hey man, where you going? You are tripping. If you don't have somebody, it doesn't have to necessarily be a mentor. It could be a spouse. It could be a brother. It could be a best friend. Somebody in your life can't be the yes man. They can't be, oh man, go man. Crash out. Go be crazy. That's what gets us paid. No. Stop. Come here. What are you doing? And it has to be somebody whose voice you respect. Mm-hmm. When you hear it, you're like, oh, sometimes it is your relationship with God.
Yeah.
But then the other part of that relationship with God is God knows you better than anybody else and knows who to put in your life.
He puts people in place.
The same way Cardi should have had somebody in place to handle that nonsense. God has put someone in place to handle your nonsense.
Yeah.
We all got one.
Yeah.
Where it's like, am I tripping?
That accountability
man, you're
person.
tripping.
Like,
yes.
You know what? I could tell you and talk to you. Yeah.
And you, it's that person where when they say something, you be like, I must really be.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah.
Find you one of those people.
If you don't have one.
If you don't have one in today's time, it's not hard to find one.
You can hire me and I'll do it. Sure
we'll
will.
Get to that at that.
Sure will.
Listen, ego destroys collaboration. What practical steps can creatives take to check their ego in real time so they don't ruin opportunities, relationships, or their own reputation? That's the question. Let me say it again.
Yeah.
Ego destroys collaboration,
okay,
especially in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
What practical steps can creatives take to check their ego in real time so they don't ruin opportunities, relationships, or their own reputation? Maybe give us about 2 steps.
You got to realize what you're good at. Like, you're not going to be good at everything. And if we're talking about collaboration, if you're as smart as your ego tells you are, then you should be surrounding yourself with people who are good at the other things that you're not good at, because all it's going to do is make you look that much better, Mr. Ego. Like, why you're over here busy trying to wear all the hats. You're not a hat rack.
But see, here's the thing with that too. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
Because we're in that type of, I understand at some level you got to multitask per se, but I've never really I never brought in.
Okay.
I think I'm saying that right. I never brought into I'm going to wear many hats. I just never, at some level, I understand what I was doing.
You shouldn't.
But as I was maturing,
yeah.
I said, no, I don't. I had a revelation early. Like I didn't have the strength or the monetary power to delegate.
Right.
But I was willing to be still until I did and delegate what I could delegate. And what I could not delegate, I wasn't going to do.
Right.
And I think that many hats thing is just ran dry. It's like, oh no, wear many hats. And I understand what people are saying.
I think promoting it like it's a good thing is the wrong message to send.
Yes.
Do we sometimes have to wear multiple hats in order to get where we want to be? Yes.
I agree with that.
But it's being such a control freak because your ego is so overwrought that you're just like, oh no, you can't do it like I could do it. I don't care that you went to school for it. I don't care what you know. Mm-hmm. You don't do it like I do it. Mm-hmm. You don't know what I know. Well, I don't know what you know.
Yeah.
But you don't know what I know. And you're so caught up
in
that fog that you don't even want to know what I know, and I could probably make you better. Dummy.
Collaboration.
This
is a year for somebody that's listening, somebody that's watching. I'm telling you, this is a year where you need divine partnership.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you look at since we talking about entertainment, you look at the landscape right now. Snoop came out with a project in December. He went back, got Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre produced the whole thing. It might as well be Doggy Style Part 2. They called it Missionary.
Yep.
It's lyrically probably some of his best work.
Yeah. Shout out to Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
Shout out to Snoop Dogg.
Snoop is actually going to be on my show.
Absolutely. I'm going to claim that for him. T.I. putting out music left and right. Like got the bug back, feeling himself.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I think it was last year or just the end of 2024, Will Smith put out his project.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrically, it's surprising because some of Will's best work.
Yeah.
Ludacris just put a post up last week where he went to go see DJ Oomp in his house in the SWATs because he said, I don't want you to send me beats. I want to come here, sit in your house, politic with you, fellowship, and we are going to organically find the thing that makes this music that much better.
Yeah.
That's collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Like T.I. is collaborating with his kids. They all just banded together to go after 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's collaborative across the board right now. And these are the greats doing this.
Yeah.
These aren't new upstarts that have some talent. Maybe they might make it.
Yeah.
You're talking about Luda's a legend. If not anywhere else, definitely in Atlanta.
Ego is definitely blocking that collaborative part because
absolutely,
it's who's going to see me. It may not be time for them to see.
It may not be time for them to see.
I always say it's who the light is shining on, and ultimately, I don't want to go too much into this, but there's favored and highly favored.
Absolutely.
Now we're all highly favored in a particular area.
But in
certain instances, God has set one person aside to say, look, this person is highly favored. We're all favored. This person's highly favored to do this task. And I believe in those moments, we should focus on this person that's highly favored or push that person forward because this is the one God has set apart to do it. Even though in our human mindset or human perspective, it looks like, well, I got the same gift he got or she got. No, they're set apart. They're highly favored. We need to put the backing behind this person, whatever that backing is.
You know what I think the difference is there? I think the difference between favored and highly favored is, yes, you got the same gift that person got, but they like doing it.
And your particular area of expertise may be highly favored over there, but we're not in that area.
And you don't like doing it.
Exactly.
Like this guy is the best janitor, window washer, floor mopper, known to man. Mm-hmm. And he's happy. He's got a song in his heart while he's mopping the floor. You want to mop the floor and take the trash out? No. Then why are you messing with that man? Let him do his job.
Man, listen. Listen.
Let him do his job.
We got to go to
exalt him for the good job he's doing.
We got to go to Santon.
I don't know what Santon is.
Something new that I'm introducing to the Value TV show. So
he pulled a fast one.
Got the hourglass.
I'm in the trap, y'all.
I got the hour.
He got me in the trap.
Got the hourglass right here. So when I flip the hourglass over, it's about 2 minutes and 15, 20 seconds. You have to answer these questions in that time frame before the hourglass runs out.
What happens if it runs out and I haven't answered the question?
If it runs out and you haven't answered the question, then you don't get the gift.
Oh, he's got gifts. Okay.
You don't get the gift.
Right.
It's a digital gift, but it turns into a physical gift when you apply the digital steps.
Hey.
Santon begins. And that will be the end of the Value TV show, guys.
Don't
worry.
That's how he's ending it.
The QR codes for the apparel to find exclusive music. If you want me to come to your city, your town, your country, it'll be provided right with that QR code that's going to be on the page. You make sure you scan that. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment for the Value TV show on all platforms, especially YouTube. You ready for the Santon? Let's go.
All right.
What's something silly or small that still triggers your ego even though you don't know it shouldn't?
Stupid.
Even though you know it shouldn't.
Stupid questions. And I know they say that no question is stupid, but sometimes there are stupid questions and it really triggers me.
Like the one, my question is stupid?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I see what he did there.
Who in your life can check your ego without you getting defensive, and why do you trust them with that power?
My 11-year-old daughter.
Wow.
That's without question could check me in a heartbeat.
Okay.
And it's because she reminds me so much of myself. It's like my ego would be offended to not listen to her.
If your ego had a personality, what would it look like? A hype man, a bodyguard, or a comedian?
All three. It's the hype man that gets me amped up. It's the comedian that makes me laugh at the person who got me hyped up. And it's the bodyguard that keeps me safe when I go off on the person that got me.
Okay. What's the truth about yourself you resisted for years before finally accepting it?
I can't answer that question on.
You can't.
That would create vulnerability.
Running down, bro. You got to answer the question.
I like rainbows.
You like rainbows?
No, but that was the safe answer. I was like, I'm not answering that question.
Listen, man, he completed the sand time, therefore he is going to get the gift. And the gift, I'll tell you what the gift is.
I like to win.
He's going to get a promo code that when he goes to our apparel site, he puts the code in and he gets a free t-shirt delivered to his home. One of the Force Majeure t-shirts. You also can get one of those t-shirts or one of them hoodies by going to the QR code right there on the screen, scanning it, and go get some free music and connect with us. And if you want to connect with Dr. Brown, how can these people do that? Where can they do that?
Well, let's see. You can go to my Instagram or any social platform at Everything Is Gray. It's EveryThingisGrey. The artist name on Spotify is Everything Is Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Apple Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, every platform. Everything is Gray. Everything is Gray.
There we go.
That's the website too. www.everythingisgray.com.
There we go. The Value TV Show. I'm Jamel Jackson, your host. Over and out. Peace.